I gotta have that off. Let's see. One of these days I'm gonna get it right. All right, YouTube, what it is? It's your boy Gettin, and I'm back in the car. You're gonna run the stop sign and hit me. Okay, that's great. Let's start this all over. YouTube, what it is? It's your boy Gettin, and I'm back in the car on the Good Morning Drive, where we talk about various topics, gaming, social, whatever. As I drive into work, we always try to keep gaming, always have a gaming topic in here, and this is a all gaming topic for the most part, unless I go on a tangent and start talking about something else. And you know, your boy will go off on a tangent and start talking about something else. As I wish you guys a good morning on my way into work. So let's get that out the way. Yeah. Good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. It's a Tuesday. It is going to be on the upper 50s today. I'm like your weatherman as well. What else? It's raining like a mug out here. Well, not really raining too hard. It's raining a lot, but just not too hard. It's like that light rain where it's raining for sure, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, so it's raining out here. It's a dark gray day, and we got Thanksgiving coming up this week on our Thursday. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Hope you guys have time to spend that with your families, and you eat up, you grub up, you get all that food, nutrition, and love that your family give. If you ain't getting that, I hope you cook up something for yourself, enjoy your time, or with your friends. Thursday over here in America, and I say over here in America because I be getting viewers from India, Hawaii, all over the place. So I hope you guys have a great morning. It is Tuesday, it's still the beginning of the week, so I know some of y'all be having the Monday blues and all that. And Tuesday, it's like it's cousin, you know what I mean? So I hope you guys have a great one. I hope you guys have a great, awesome start to your day today. And if you don't, I hope you end up with a great day. Or if you don't, I hope you have a great midday. Julio, what's going on, man? Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. I hope everyone is going to have a good day sometime this week, or a blessing or something. Remember, when everything looks negative, you got to make sure you find a positive in all that negativity. That's how we keep going. Life is hard. Living in America is not as hard as living in a third world country, of course, but life is just hard in general. So I hope you guys find some kind of positivity in your lives, because that's what keeps us going. Find a positivity. Be productive. Be constructive with your criticisms on yourself and others. You always want to build. Always want to build. So yeah, good morning. Carlos, good morning to you. Aaron, good morning to you too. Yeah, hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are doing all right. Again, I'm in New Jersey right now, and it's cloudy as all hell. It's raining, nothing too crazy. So I might actually go out after working my full time. I might actually go out and work my part time, just to do it, because I know it's a crazy night out. I do food delivery, and when the weather is like this, it's best to go out and do some orders, because people are ordering in. And then on top of that, it's Thanksgiving in America is this Thursday. People may not be cooking right now. They might be ordering out because they know they gotta have a big old feast on Thursday, and then the leftovers on Friday. So Friday might be a tough day. Saturday and Sunday might be the day where people start cooking again, because everybody cooks, or they go somewhere where people cook, and then they get all their containers out, and now they got food for I don't know how long, about a couple weeks. So yeah, it's gonna be tough to make some good orders this weekend. Oh, it's gonna be hard. So I think Sunday is gonna be good. Cordell, good morning to you. Julio, good morning to you. I think I said you already. Um, Nippon, good morning to you. And yeah, so Aaron, you said New Jersey is better than New York. I agree with you. I agree with you. I can't stand New York. Oh my God, I can't stand New York. Aaron, the nail right on the head. Oh my God, please subscribe. We got to talk more. I do not. I despise New York. I know New York is this glamorous city, the greatest city in the world. Yeah, right. But that's what they say, or the greatest city in America. But I just can't stand New York. Manhattan, I can't stand the boroughs, how you get around. I can't stand the congestion. I can't stand how dirty it is. I love the cultures because everybody from around the world go ahead and live in New York. I love that part of it. I love the humanity part of it. But New York as a city, get away. I don't. It's sad to say. I got a brother who lives in New York, and I don't visit him nowhere near enough because he lives in New York. I got friends that live in New York. I don't visit them enough because it's $20 to get into New York from New Jersey. $20. It's probably more than that. It's probably like $25 now just to get into New York. What is going on? Not a fan. Please, guys, hit that like button. And no offense if you live in New York. I ain't hating on the people. I just don't like that damn. Oof, I can't stand New York. But anyway, it's like a huge, big downtown area. It's just too much. They need to chill. Separate New York a little bit before it sinks. But anyway, please hit that like. Please hit that share, subscribe. It's the first time to the channel. Yeah, good morning to you. I didn't even get into my topics yet. But yeah. Yo, Marquise, good morning, man. Good morning, man. We're going to talk about some things today. I've been fed up with Madden and EA. But yeah, we're going to talk about what their latest moves are. And it's going to be all dedicated to EA. And maybe whatever other topics. You know what? We're going to talk about the Giants right quick because I'm wearing my Knicks hat. I'm a Knicks fan, and I hate New York, but I'm a Knicks fan. And the Giants, they play in East Rutherford. I don't even know why they're called New York Giants. I don't get it. But all these years, I still don't get it. Maybe it's tax purposes or something. I don't know. Maybe New York is just that freaking congested. They can't afford to have another NFL team in New York. You got to go all the way to the Buffalo, right? New York Giants and the Jets both play in New Jersey. Yet they're still New York teams. It's crazy. Both of them. Why can't it be the New Jersey Jets at least? I don't like the Jets. Why can't it be the New Jersey Jets? Well, they don't want to confuse people. It's already confusing. But anyway, so let's talk about my Giants real quick, and then I'm going to get into this EA stuff. So, and the NFL because it's still puzzling to me. Super puzzling to me. But yeah, so New York Giants, they with Daniel Jones, their highly paid or somewhat highly paid quarterback, basically got done a little dirty, right? He wasn't playing good anyway. He only had one decent season, and the organization thought that he was going to take off with this new coaching staff, and the GM is going to put pieces together. Well, none of that happened after Saquon Barkley left and went to the Eagles, and Daniel Jones got a decent contract. Now, I say decent because these quarterbacks get paid in the NFL. They get paid. And Daniel Jones is going to get another contract where he's going to get paid some pretty decent money. So Daniel Jones had 2 seasons after that playing terribly. And, Daniel Jones hasn't won not one, or no, he only won like 2 primetime games, as in Monday night, Thursday night, or opening day. Only 2 of those games in his career with the New York Giants. That's insane. That's what 7 years of just losing those games, let alone losing every other game too. So it was just time to move on from Daniel Jones. They tried to move on from him in the offseason, and I guess they read into that. Oh, they know that we're going to move off from him, So maybe we could just get a head start and give a spark to the team. Well, that did the opposite. You know, it just goes to show you how Dable did not read his team correctly at all. If they thought that this was going to give them a spark in playing a third string quarterback and Tommy DeVito, because he's a fan favorite. It produced a spark last year. They won like what 4 games or 3 games with him or something like that. I can't remember exactly how many games they won with DeVito. But they kind of ended the season, a bad season, on somewhat of a high note. But no, no. Let me stop right quick. What do I do for work? I am a graphic designer, Aaron. I'm a graphic designer, and I work at a community college where if you work at a community college or any kind of nonprofit, anything, you do more than just that. So I'm a graphic designer, but I do all types of video work. I do motion graphics. I do all types of stuff over there, but all creative stuff at the school. I'm their photographer. I do a lot. And yeah, I've been doing that for, I don't know, 15, 16 years at this one particular job. I've been a graphic designer for about 21 or 22 years. It's all right. I like what I do. I'm a creative. I like being creative. So, Aaron, what you do? Since you're going to ask me all my business and whatnot. But yeah, Marquise. I have been to New York City before. I get oh, you got family. All right, cool. That's good. That's good, man. That's good. That's cool. It's good to have family everywhere so that you always have a pillow to go to if you want to go to another state. My family, we all grew up in New Jersey, Paterson, New Jersey, and my family now lives in North Carolina. So we always go over there for the holidays, and my parents got a nice house, and there's always room. So you know, we ain't got to pay for no hotel or nothing like that, which is a blessing in itself. So that's dope. That's dope. So either I fly down or drive down. I hate driving that long distance, but I've gotten a little used to it. But we flying this year, baby. But yeah. So back to the New York Giants. So they decide to bench Daniel Jones for the third string quarterback, and that had a ripple effect of, you paid this guy, you guaranteed him, and the reason why you're benching him is mainly not to win more games, but because you're scared that he's going to get hurt because he has an injury contract guarantee. Meaning, if Daniel Jones had gotten hurt, he is guaranteed the rest of his contract, which is a ridiculous thing that they put into the contract, and I don't know why the GM would even sign something like that or sign off on something like that. That's just ridiculous. But anyway, that's the New York Giants. So they benched him. The team was like, you know what? Guess what? It's going to get worse. The defense didn't try to show up when they played against the Buccaneers. And the offense is terrible anyway. Now the coach looks even worse because their star wide receiver, Malik Neighbors, has come out and said, hey, guess what? It's not just the quarterback. It's more than that, Maybe it's the plays that are being called. So, and Brian Dable is the offense coordinator and the head coach for the New York Giants. Yeah. So the Giants are going to stink. They're going to stink even more. They might have to clean house after this year, meaning fire everybody. Please keep the offensive line coach, though. We have terrible players, and he worked wonders with the Raiders. Please keep him, but fire everybody else if you're going to fire everybody else. I still think that Brian Dable and Shane need maybe 1 or 2 more years. I think Shane got into a slight groove with drafting this year. I think he finally started to understand how to draft players. And this first GM job, so of course he's going to have some growing pains. Same thing with Dable. His first coaching job. He's going to have some coaching growing pains, So, and I would love to have all of this in a video game. God dang it. And that's a perfect segue into EA, the NFL, and what EA's got cooking over there. So, where can I start? Huh. I'm going to make a video about this and go in way more detail, right? Way more detail. So over there on Twitter, Sports Gaming Online, a somewhat reputable sports gaming website and social media account, um, posted that more than likely EA is going to sign with the NFL in another exclusive deal. I hope that that's false information. I hope that their source is somebody who works at EA and they're just trying to be, trying to pass off misinformation as it's going to happen already. Because it makes literally no sense for the NFL to continue this exclusive licensing where Madden has basically stayed stagnant. They haven't grown much in sales. They have grown a little bit in sales, but not much. It's rather minuscule, if you ask me. A couple hundreds of thousands more copies here and there, maybe a million more. Not as much as you would think, being the only NFL licensed football game, right? Where if they had two NFL licensed football games, and you guys should know where I'm going, they could double the sales of a NFL product, right? They could double the sales of an NFL product. So with all that being said, why would the NFL want to sign another exclusive licensing with EA? It doesn't make any sense. If another company makes a arcade NFL style game, it's not going to sell as much as it's not going to sell as much as a simulation licensed football game, because the audience of Madden, they are of the casual kind, and the casual kind, and no disrespect, but the casual kind aren't going to have the same type of imagination as gamers who have more experience in gaming and are more hardcore type of gamers. I'm a hardcore gamer, I guess. Um, I grew up gaming. I played every single type of game out there. I just don't stick to one type of game. Nowadays I do, because I don't have all the time in the world to go play all these different types of games. I kind of want more pick up and play experiences, games that I've already played before, like playing the hell out of Call of Duty. I really do like the latest Call of Duty that came out, though. Black Ops is pretty good. And it was even better before they added all their lag comp crap into the game. But the game is pretty good, and that's the game I like to play. I like to play Vampire Survivors, just a pick up and play game. You got to know all these skills. You get the idea. You guys get the idea. So I would love for the NFL license to open up again, right? If not open up, do a dual exclusivity, right? What, 3 or 4 years ago, 2K acquired the NFL license. They've already released a NFL licensed game, but it's a strategy card game, much like their NBA counterpart, made by the same studio, Cat Daddy, and that's a companion app with NBA 2K. So I would think that the NFL and 2K and Visual Concepts have something going on. Again, it just makes no sense for EA and the NFL to have the exclusive licensing again. And they are right now working on a deal to set that up. And I hope within that deal, there's some kind of wiggle room so that 2K can make their simulation game, or a style of a simulation game, and do what they do. Because it makes no sense. Look, if the NFL license, and I'm just hypothetically throwing out a number here because I don't know the numbers and I don't remember what I've read actually, but if they have an exclusive licensing deal for 4 or 5 years, and let's just say that's $300 million, right? Let's just say $300 million exclusive deal with EA. Well, if it's not exclusive, you could still make these mega corporations, video game corporations, spend on the upwards of $150 million, or I don't know, $200 million. Again, I'm spitballing here. $200 million for exclusive deal for non-exclusive rights for the NFL deal. But then you have another company that you know is going to spend that bread, right? So now instead of making 300 million on your licensing deal for the NFL, which is a nonprofit organization, which is kind of crazy. Um, 300 million, you're making 400 million. You gain $100 million plus plus the revenue percent that you work out with these companies. Maybe it's 3%, maybe it's 10%, maybe it's 15% per company. So that's another 30% that you're going to make on just the units sold. We're not even talking about profits. Profits. Imagine the microtransactions that percent that they get from using the NFL license, right? Imagine all that. JB Gaming, what's going on? Um, they can do what Call of Duty did back in the day, where one year it was Treyarch, and the next year it'll be Infinity Ward. They could do something like that, but all those companies are owned by one company, Activision. So I don't know how that would work. But if that's possible, hey, why not do something like that? Madden has the odd years, and 2K Visual Concepts, they have the even years. That'll be dope, because these sports games. No matter what sports game you like, every year is like you're not making a big enough difference anyway. And you have all these microtransactions. You can have people just microtransaction their way into basically a new copy of a game, a new update of a game. So you could do that, but that's going to cut their profits in half, knowing because they know that and if sports gamers that like these games, they're going to buy every year. They're going to make that money up for them. So that'll be like though I think it's a good idea for sure, but for a capitalistic, greedy, whatever corporation, how things get done, they will be like, we're losing money because we know these guys, these gamers, they're going to buy every year, no matter what, especially if the game is good or if they had a really good experience with the game. So that's why they wouldn't do that. But I think that's a good idea because you'll see more of a substantial upgrade every 2 years. So, and I think Call of Duty and their three studios, they do have something good going on because the games are actually playing different each year. You know, so I think that's a good idea, JB Gaming. Good morning to you too. Yeah. So yeah, to me, it just makes way more business sense to have multiple studios making NFL licensed simulation games, not just NFL games. No, NFL simulation games. EA got to stop being so shady. EA got to stop being so weak. EA got all this money and they're just a weak ass company. EA so goddamn weak. What is going, man? EA, why don't you just make a really good game? Why don't you actually be in competition with some damn body and beat out the competition on all equal grounds? You know, everybody knows EA, everybody knows Madden. Madden is still going to sell no matter what. I think gameplay wise, when 2K gets the simulation license and they catch up because they haven't been making any football games. But once they catch up, I just believe gameplay wise, they are going to destroy Madden. But sell to buy Madden over that game, over NFL 2 game, they're still going to buy that game because it's EA and it's Madden. They have all the shady business practices possible. All right. And, I'm going to play devil's advocate, and I'm going to say that EA is trying to have the NFL open up their license while the license is open to anyone. And what they can have the NFL do is make any other company that's going to have a NFL license, they could make that company reveal all of their secrets, all of their gameplay mechanics, and it has to be shared elements between the games. And what I mean by that is, back in the day, right? These companies, yo, please hit that like. Please hit that like button. It really helps me out. I got 7 people in here and I only got 2 likes. Please hit that like. It definitely helps your boy out. I promise you, I'll be making more content as we go on. I promise you. But anyway, but yeah, please hit that like. I really appreciate it if you do. Thank you very much. But yeah, so back in the day, these companies used to actually compete. They used to share ideas and elements from one another. Back then, you had the hit stick. Probably the last good thing that EA put into a football game was the hit stick. And from the hit stick, uh, 2K actually designed their own style, or Visual Concepts designed their own style of the hit stick, right? It was the tackle something. And it wasn't exactly like a hit stick, but it was different, but you still use the right stick to do your tackles. They shared all different types of NBA Live and NBA 2K shared a lot of ideas, right? Already said the NFL 2K and Madden shared a lot of ideas. So they did all types of things like that before, and they just need to continue that. Hold on. Excuse me for a second. All right. Yeah, and they just need to continue that. They need to continue working their shady lawyerism, EA, and so that if another company does make a NFL game, they're going to know exactly what they're making so that they can compete like that. Which it's messed up, but that's just how it is. That's just how it was. So maybe they're working that stuff into the contract, but with Visual Concepts, with 2K, or just 2K having the NFL license, I just don't understand why would the NFL be like, yeah, you can have your simulation exclusivity, while other companies, if they want the NFL license, they can get it, but they have to take chances. The gaming industry right now, no no company really want to take chances anymore, because it just costs so much to make video games. Speaking of which, we got EA is copying yet again. And again, I know I just said that that's what they should do, but I'm just playing devil's advocate, and I'm just saying, speaking and thinking out loud, right? But EA is copying NBA 2K and a game that didn't even release yet, ESG Football. ESG Football is going to be a free-to-play multiplayer massive MMO, massive multiplayer online football simulation football experience, non-licensed, right? So with that being said, they showed off a city gameplay or game mode feature, much like NBA 2K's The City, right? So they copied off the NBA 2K, but it's a football game, and you could get into all different types of gameplay mode or gameplay features or whatever. You could get into, you could do MMA to train. You could train just like NBA 2K City, and then you got all different types of areas to run into. You could play, yada yada yada. That's ESG. The game ain't even released yet. They're still developing it. And they don't want to show off anything, of course, because they think that everybody's going to steal their shit. And they're not lying. They are going to steal their shit. So with that being said, now it's rumored that EA is going to make a city mode much like NBA 2K and much like ESG football. It's a dog eat dog world, man. They the gaming industry, once they see something and they see any kind of spark of anything, they are going to copy it, right? That's what's going to happen. They're going to copy it. And I just think it's shameful that EA did that. EA, first of all, EA has so much money when they make with Madden. They should have been the first company to introduce a city mode into their game. But like I said, companies don't want to take any chances, and EA isn't going to take any chances unless they see somebody else do it and it's somewhat successful. Look at Undisputed. I didn't even speak about Undisputed. Oh, I forgot that I even had that in my radar. I'll talk about them in a second. Undisputed, um, boxing game, of course, made by Steel City Interactive, and they have their funders, their backers, or whatever. And it's a boxing game that I don't think did it fully come out, or is it still out on not early access but in demo? No, it's a game that came out on Xbox and whatever and PlayStation. It's still a ways off from being a triple A type of game because it's made by independent studio, right? So that being said, now here comes EA. Oh yeah, now we're gonna make a boxing game. You jerks! You guys got enough money to make whatever game you want. You should have been had Fight Night. We should have been up to Fight Night 20 by now, right? But EA being EA don't want to take any chances. Look what they're doing to the UFC. Their UFC game, when it first came out, was more complex and detailed than now the current game. What? Yeah. And the current game, UFC 5, people are so mad at UFC 5 because it's just like UFC 4. And it's not like the UFC games come out every year. They come out every, 2 years or something like that? 3 years? Something like that. EA as a company is just, ugh. They make money, and a lot of people buy their games because of their marketing or whatever. I still don't get it. But they need to take more chances, and they need to be more daring to be great type of a company, and they're not. Oh my God. So because the Steel City Interactive comes out with a boxing game, now EA wants to make a boxing game, just like ESG had all this hype around their football game because it was an MMO type of football game, all the customizations and a city. Now Madden wants to EA Tiburon now wants, they got the green light to make some kind of city mode in Madden. Meanwhile, the football on the field is still shit. It's still to pick up and play. And that's the problem. Madden's game, or EA, Tiburon, Madden, whatever, it's just to pick up and play. You got college football out there to pick up and play. There's not enough details in the gameplay. There's not enough details in the animations. And all this is very minimal when it comes to the gameplay. I mean, they have always gotten better, but if you keep on getting better, if you don't actually focus on your legacy issues, people are going to walk away from that game. You know, but you're still going to make your money because it's a pick up and play game. It's a casual game. So yeah, I would like it if more companies made NFL games, and because the NFL can make so much more money. The owners will make so much more money. The player associations, the union, they will make so much more money if you have 2 or 3 NFL licenses out there, because you got to pay the NFLPA all that money too, not just the NFL. So why wouldn't the owners want more licenses out there instead of just one license? It don't make any sense. It don't make any sense for EA to be the only NFL simulation exclusive football game out there. It just don't make any sense. But anyway, that's my show. I hope you guys have a great one. Have a great week. If I don't see y'all again, I'm gonna probably make a more detailed and more cohesive video, talking about all this because your boy can ramble on, and I'm gonna make it more sharper, some graphics, make it dope. You know what I mean? So I hope you guys have a great one. Y'all have a awesome Thanksgiving and weekend. All right. So we are out of here, and God bless. Have a good one. All right. Peace.